If Alaska is on your bucket list and you've previously costed it and thought, oh, hell no, then 2026 might be the year to say, oh, hell yes. Hi, it's Linz from Sweet Natured. As always, I'm joined by Marky.
Hello.
Hello, who put the video together. So yes, Alaska in 2026. Let's see what we can see.
Well, as you said, Linz, we're going to have a look as to why now might be the perfect time to visit Alaska in 2026 at the time of recording.
For this season, yes.
Yeah. Well, one of the big reasons is fewer people are travelling overseas at the moment for various reasons.
Yeah.
Which means that, relatively speaking, and let's put it into context, Alaska all of a sudden has become fairly cheap.
Well, you say cheap.
More affordable.
Oh, it's all perspective, but it's definitely less than it was.
Well, let's give you some examples, because we're not talking about going out there and going on older ships.
No, which
we're
we
talking
did.
about on some brand new ones, such as Star Princess. Princess's brand new one.
Yeah.
You can go on a 7-day inside passage from Seattle for £599,
Good grief.
which is incredibly cheap.
Oh, it's great value. Let's say great value for what you're getting.
I think, for me, I would definitely say cheap. £600 for an Alaskan cruise. Granted, depending where you are in the world,
Yeah.
You've still got to get there. Brilliant Lady, which is the brand new ship from Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
It's having its Alaska debut season right now.
Uh-huh.
And if you went back to when this was on pre-launch,
Oh, and it was super
the
pricey.
price of this was around about $4,000 per person.
Yikes.
You're now seeing it at costs of around about £1,300 for the cabin.
What?
Yeah, now that's not a balcony.
No, so you're not going to see it. You're not going to go out like we did at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, but you can get a balcony cabin, a sea terrace, for just over $2,000.
Oh, my
And that's for the
goodness.
cabin, not per person.
Yeah.
With everything that sort of Virgin includes in there on their brand new ship in its debut season.
Yeah.
So you've got Star Princess on its debut season in Alaska, and Virgin Voyages up there as well.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible sort of change in sort of pricing, purely because there's just not as many people travelling.
No.
Now, there are lots of other options, because most of the major cruise lines travel up there as well.
We've got a ship there, yes.
So if you want to look at something a little bit older, such as like Celebrity Summit that's there, but also the ultra luxury and the luxury ones, such as Azamara,
Yeah.
you can get on a 10-night Alaska cruise
Wow.
for under $1,300 per person.
I mean, that is incredible. We should have looked at flights, really, shouldn't we, as well? Or have you done that?
Well, it depends where you're going from.
I guess
But just
Vancouver's
as a
all the
little bit of a
time.
snapshot
Yeah.
there, and obviously you can speak to your own travel agent to get them. All these ones that I'm showing there are 7-night cruises in Alaska with all of the major cruise lines for under $700 per person. But before we move on, would you like to invite people to subscribe?
Thank you. I would love you to subscribe. Thank you if you already have done.
And you follow along on all the main social media. Just simply search for @SweetNatured. And a huge thank you, as always, to our channel members for supporting us.
Thank you, channel members. Thank you.
Back onto things. Now, it might be a little bit controversial, but kind of see it while you can as well. We're at a place in 2026
Yeah.
where one of the major fjords is closed for the entire season.
Is it because it's melting too fast?
Well, there was substantial landslides in there which have made going into there unsafe for the ships.
And that does happen at some
It
destinations.
happens,
yeah.
and we've seen it in Alaska before, where major places where parts of the port have had to close,
Yeah.
which reduces the amount of people that can go in.
Yeah.
Yes, there's things going that might make it more challenging there in the future, but also from the point of view that Alaska is also trying to reduce down the number of ships in certain places
Yes.
going forward, and introducing taxes, which means it's only going to get more expensive.
Yeah.
It's only going to have less availability if ships can't go in there.
Yeah.
And there might be some fjords in the future
That you can't go
that you
to.
simply can't go into.
No.
So now for me is the perfect time sort of to get out there and to try that.
I just can't get over the pricing. It's incredible.
It is, because we only went, 2 years ago?
Yes.
And the pricing at that point, and we got good pricing.
We thought we got good
We got-
pricing.
Yeah, was double what we're showing there.
Yeah.
And that was significantly cheaper than what it was the year before when we first looked and went, yeah, this is just out of our budget.
No, it's a bucket list place, and like I mentioned, the bucket list destinations usually have a
Heart tax.
yes,
They do.
yes,
Yeah, because if you want to go see these things, they know that you will pay extra.
and they also know that it's probably a once in a lifetime kind of adventure as well.
Yeah, and at some point, travel will open up a little bit more for people wanting to travel further afield again. Costs will come down for doing it, and it'll get busier again.
Yeah,
But right now, another big attraction to going out there, and it ties into fewer people travelling,
yeah,
is the smaller crowds.
yeah,
Because a lot of the destinations that you go into in Alaska are fairly small.
yeah,
So you go in and it's not unusual to see really long lines for the most popular places. You know, whether you go into the Crab Shacks or somewhere like the Red Dog Saloon. The excursions sell out very quickly.
Yes.
They can charge a premium price for
yes,
it.
they can, yeah, and they do.
Yeah. Now, I've had a look at some excursions as well, sort of prepping this. I didn't pull any prices up on here. But generally speaking, about 20 to 30% less than when we went.
No,
Yeah. Now, that still makes them expensive excursions.
they're still very pricey excursions.
But they are still significantly less than when we went.
Yes.
And again, it's a supply and demand. If there's loads of ships going and there's lots of people there,
Yeah, of course.
they can charge what they want, and if people are willing to pay,
Yeah,
they will do. But for now, you've got fewer crowds in the towns, and I'll say cities with quotes around them, because even the bigger places,
yeah, and not that big.
no. But when you get 4 or 5 cruise ships in, and we had that when we went to Juneau, there were 5 big cruise ships in that day. It were packed.
It was heaving, yes.
So it is giving you a chance to see it in sort of a less crowded situation, but also then to be able to get on some other bucket list excursions when
Yeah,
you're there,
yeah.
such as where I'm taking us right now. Do you know what that is?
Well, army train.
So the White Pass train
Love this train.
is phenomenal. Generally sells out on most excursions, and it's not cheap. So you have to book it in advance and make sure you get in there.
Can you remember the rule for going up and down?
On the left.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty side of the mountain.
Yeah, so you're tight to the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
And left for the big
Yeah,
old
yeah,
views.
yeah.
Twice you have great views, and you can go out at the back as well, onto what they're called at the back. I was going to say caboose, but that's not the correct term from there.
No,
it?
there's a caboose at the back of
At the back of the back.
But we were at the back
There's
of the
some little
back.
platforms.
Yeah, but we were on the little platform. Yeah.
But when you go into these smaller towns, it is fantastic when, obviously, it's a little less busy. And that's the opportunity right now. It's cheaper for the cruises, fewer people there,
Yeah.
and the excursions are all a bit cheaper.
And the flights are all chartered, so the bread and butter flights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, cheers, darling.
Cheers, Lance.
Thank you for watching. Hope we've helped, and have a lovely day.